Deep in the ocean, an orca pod is on the hunt. But these aren't your average orcas. These guys are organized.
Marketing team, did you get those social media posts scheduled for the SEAL migration?
Aye, Captain. We even have an automated notification for all pod managers when they go live.
They use Monday.com to keep their teamwork sharp, their communication clear, and their goals in sight. Monday.com. For whatever you run, even orcas. Go to Monday.com to dive deeper.
Well, I don't see the point in waiting any longer. So let's bring her out. The star attraction, the one you came to see. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Miss Judy Gold.
Gentlemen, I just want to say this is a very extra special Kill Me Now. I have been in rehearsals for Taming of the Shrew.
Are we on now?
Yes! In Central Park.
Taming of the Jew?
No, Taming of the Shrew. Taming of the Jew is the Bernie Sanders campaign.
What are you wasting your time with Shakespeare
Okay.
for?
If you don't know by now this is the voice of my nemesis, David Feldman. We have him on today, and I'll tell you all the story. I was supposed to have someone else on. She had to go to Westchester to help her mother with something.
Who?
I can't tell you because then they'll know who it is.
Well,
I'm not telling them.
is she famous?
She's pretty well known. Yeah. Would you say she's famous?
She's famous to me.
Comedian?
I hate that term.
She's a
female comic?
She's a female comic writer, TV star.
Female comedian?
Not a comedian.
Well, we've been using female pronouns, so
yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, but she's a comic.
Okay.
What's
You're
the
not allowed to talk today.
What's the difference between a comedian and a comic? A comedian says things.
A comedian is funnier, is what.
A comic says things funny. A comedian says things annoyingly.
Anyway,
what are you saying?
I'm saying shut the fuck up while I intro the show.
Are you saying I don't have a penis?
So.
Are you implying?
We're saying I don't have a penis.
Here's the deal, Lauren. I can't.
It was cold that day.
Lauren told me that we were going to be recording Greg Proops today because Greg is on David Feldman's podcast and we're using David Feldman's podcast studio. And what happened was I got here and apparently Greg Proops knew nothing about being on my podcast. So I could believe Lauren or I could believe the every other person here.
No,
and I'm going to go
I take full responsibility.
Why?
Because I believe that it's every comic for themselves, and I wanted you to do the show, and I figured I'll say and do whatever is necessary to accomplish what I need. And what I needed was you to do my show. And if it meant lying that you could do a show with Greg Proops, I can live with that.
So
because
you lied to Lauren
I lie to everybody to get what I want, baby.
Okay.
And
so
I got you on my show.
After rehearsal that I had to get up really early for. I'm fucking exhausted. I was in Tampa doing a gig Thursday night. Shut up!
Do you know what they call?
Get up at 4:20.
Do you know what they call people from Tampa?
Tampons?
Cotexians.
Oh.
Cotexians.
Okay, so are you saying to me that,
I'm saying yes.
that you lied to Lauren?
Yes.
That was hilarious.
To get what I wanted.
No.
Is that true?
Yes.
Alex?
I will lie and say anything.
What?
It doesn't matter.
Alex is talking.
The
what?
buck
Tell me.
stops here. Right here,
Alex,
baby.
I need to hear Alex.
No,
side of the
I
story.
take responsibility for the lie.
No, Alex, get in here.
No.
Alex, get in here.
I'm not throwing him under the bus.
Oh, well, Alex and I were trying to make it happen.
What happened,
because
Alex?
Greg was here.
What happened?
And the show.
You shut up. Go.
It was miscommunication. However, he's 100% right. He was going to do everything it took to get you on the show, on his show.
Because you owe me. You owe me big time.
Okay, so I'm at the Public Theater in rehearsal.
Who let you headline for him at Caroline's? Who over Christmas week? Who said, you know what? I want Judy Gold to headline for me at Caroline's.
Who was that?
I did.
So you
I saw-
lied.
that
I'm
was a
so
big
Elisa, my partner is here, who will not be on the air. She's eating a beautiful salad with quinoa and kale and tinga chicken and scallions. Very healthy.
Sounds exotic.
And she came here. She met me at the Public Theater
Mm-hmm.
because I was told that I was going to be on the end of your podcast, and
Which
then
you were.
having
Which you were.
a podcast, shooting a podcast or taping or whatever with Greg Proops.
Right.
And what happened was,
Unfortunately, Greg.
I don't want to hear from you. And what happened was
I love you.
that I got here and Dan Pasternak and Greg Proops are on your podcast. I sit in and we just have an enjoyable podcast. And then Greg's like, I had no idea. So you're a fucking liar,
But I got what I wanted.
but you got what you wanted. Now you wonder why
Yeah.
your marriage didn't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can tell you right now.
Why
and I
not?
think all the listeners, all four of them, who were pissed because they thought this was going to be one of these amazing episodes with an amazing person. But instead, we're stuck with the miserable, lying, two-faced, duplicitous.
Are you saying I'm duplicitous and I'm a liar?
That would be correct. Yes.
Well, I can't tell you how great it is to be here in that case.
Yeah.
See what I just did?
Yeah, it's amazing.
That was a joke.
Now,
That's a brain.
Elisa
Thank
is
you.
here. She will not talk, but she would be a great participant in this podcast. Now,
Now, what is this? If
this
I'm-
is marijuana that I found.
It fell out of my bag.
It fell out of Lauren's bag, and he decided, because Lauren is a he, as
Mm-hmm.
you know, decided that I should look at it. So I've looked at it, and now I'm putting it back in Lauren's.
And have you smoked pot your whole life?
I've smoked. It's my podcast.
We should look at pot more often together. That was nice.
I started smoking marijuana. Now, let's just realize this is the 70s, and marijuana was like half the time it was oregano or some shit. So I would say I began 1978, so about 16 years old, 17. And the reason I started was because, and plenty of people started earlier than that, was because...
Were you afraid it was going to stunt your growth?
That's funny, David. You have hair plugs. So the reason I started is that there were some people that were very smart and going to very good colleges, were very well-rounded, and they smoked pot. And I thought, it's not really the burn. There are burnouts who smoke pot, but then I realized, like, all these really, National Honor Society,
It's the nerds.
like nerds, and I was like, oh. And then I guess I used it as medicine for my ADD, anxiety, and I stopped for a very long time when I had
OCD,
children.
depression.
Shut up. I stopped for a very long time when I became a parent, and I was very healthy, and I realized when it came, as my mother would say, when it's back in style. So it came back in style. And I realized that I had been using it medicinally, and that it really, now I've had it for my arthritis, and Elisa can attest to the fact when I was doing a show in LA that I got some medical marijuana, and I was playing tennis and hiking, and I felt, Elisa?
Yes.
I felt amazing.
I attest.
And that's why I have decided. Now, I don't smoke when I'm working at all.
Why not?
I don't want any synapse of my brain compromised.
If Shakespeare knew that his play was being performed with no roof, can you imagine the Globe Theater without a roof?
I don't think it had a roof.
That was the joke.
Right.
You know what, Lauren? Really?
What?
Do
Well,
that
this is a
again.
kill me
Do
now
it
moment
again.
in itself.
This is a major kill me now moment. Go.
I love the
Stop.
taste of your loins.
Ooh.
What?
Why did you have to ooh during the...
I don't know. He added.
Okay. Really?
Yes.
You have to sip your coffee. Is that how you sip your coffee always?
No, honestly, if you and I, if
All right, I'm going to sip my coffee.
Can I ask you a question, Judy?
What, Lauren?
As you're
You're
sipping
on
your
my
coffee?
last nerve because I thought Greg Proops was on, and
So-
now it's
so
stuck
did
with
I.
David
I know.
Feldman, who's a repeat guest.
Well, I thought our guest that we can't name was going to be on too, and you're
Right,
gonna be
but you
tired
know
this
what?
whole
I'm
week.
exhausted.
I know. This whole
is
week
my.
and
I
next week,
start
too.
tech on
Yep.
Tuesday, so this we
Yep.
were done at 3:30. I had to go to a fitting. I thought I'd be done around 4, and I would have the next 2 days, to have a life. But when I found out about Greg Proops, who is really smart and very successful, I was very excited. I thought, oh, this will be a great podcast. And now here I am with David Feldman, Lauren Lyer, Hennessy Land, whatever. Lauren has a new name now, Hennessy Land. I can't anymore. We're going to have to discuss that.
Just Hennessy.
And my lover / the person I fight with more than anyone in the entire world.
how long have you been lovers?
We have been lovers for 9 years.
9
We've been
years.
lovers. And we have very intense fights.
Very intense sex.
And apparently we have very intense sex, but I'm usually unconscious
I guess I'm not there.
during
You're
that.
not there.
Can
Talk in the
close.
mic.
Oh, can we get the mic on?
I'm not on.
Oh.
Lisa, our,
Where the hell's Alex?
I'm not
Talk-
the engineer
talk-
today. This is
talk
not
where
my
you put-
fault.
Huh?
can I? So I'm. Go ahead.
Come here, E.
So I figured, David Feldman is here, and we are going to play a little bit of the podcast that
For a price.
for zero money.
For a
and
price.
now we have David Feldman. And, David, I do, for some reason, like you, even though you, when my mother died, texted,
Yes.
can you pick me up at the airport? I didn't answer. And then a few hours later, I did answer. I said, I'm sitting Shiva for my mother. And you then responded, when is it over? Can you pick me up at the airport?
Right.
And that was your way of saying, I'm sorry about your mother.
No, it was my way of saying I don't want to spend $40 for a cab ride. And I don't understand why that upset you.
David.
My flight hang on for 1 second.
Yeah.
I arrive in New York from LA at 11:30 p.m.
Right.
This was the entire last show that David was on.
I have a
just wanna
question.
So we
remind
need
everyone.
to change the topic. Did David ever come to Shiva?
I don't do
David-
shit.
Oh,
David
oh.
doesn't do Shiva. It's all about David. It's all about David.
I play shit.
So-
I'll do stand up at a Shiva.
Right. He does, he does stand up like, we're so happy he's dead anyway. He was so annoyed. Well, I couldn't remember anything anyway, so fuck it. All right.
That's funny.
So, thank you. That's Elisa Halpern, my,
That's another
Love it.
Halpern.
What
Do
do
you
you mean?
do you have a relative who was in the shoe business?
No.
no,
Do you
but
have
he's
a
a heel. God. Hello.
Do you have a relative who cures frozen shoulders?
No.
Do you have a relative who is Daniel Ellsberg's compatriot?
No.
Have we ever met before?
No.
I'm Bob
You've
Halpern.
never met David Feldman before?
I'm your brother, Bob
Wait,
Halpern.
you've never?
Bob.
Wait, you've
to
never
see.
met David Feldman?
When have we met? We've spoken on the phone while you're doing podcasts.
You've never met David Feldman in person?
No.
You're so lucky.
Oh, my God.
No, you're really funny, Dave.
Thank you.
Elisa?
You and Judy
Remember when
together.
we talked about maybe breaking up? It's going to happen this afternoon. David, you are very smart.
Thank you.
I find you very funny. I am really concerned about the Donald Trump
Love him.
situation.
Love him.
And you love him.
Love him.
Do you think that
I ask the questions.
Yes,
You're on
Miss.
probation.
Love him.
You're on probation.
I'll be right here.
You're on vocal probation. Lauren Hennessy.
Cricket.
So you like Donald Trump.
Except for the fact that he's going to destroy this country,
Yeah.
and he'll eventually get to the Jews and put us in internment camps.
Right.
Except for that,
Right.
I think he's refreshing. He's a breath of beautiful, silken air, fresh air. It's like,
German air.
I
Yeah.
said you're on vocal probation.
Sorry.
The kind of air you could only breathe in the Berchtesgaden.
I just want to apologize to all the listeners that, you know.
By the way, the Wolf Slayer, this is true. Hitler was a great host. By the way, a great host.
Mm-hmm. Did he have a podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why was he a great host?
If you were invited to his house, he took care of it.
But did you know that when you get invited to dinner at Barbara Streisand's house, that she has a list of topics that you will be discussing at the table? How cunt-trolling is that?
I see what you did there, boss.
I said VP. Lauren is on vocal probation. Elisa, you can say whatever you want.
Thank you.
Now, if you were invited to someone's house and they were like, these are the list of topics we're going to talk about, and you can only talk about these topics, would you go?
Yes. And I think it's a good idea.
Why?
Because I think most people tend to veer off into areas that are of no consequence. And I think you have a party, it should be stimulating. You should talk about important things.
When's the last time you were stimulated?
Are women into sex?
Women are very into sex, especially at our age. Elisa and I, now we started on a very high note. Higher. No, you can't even. And we've had a lot of issues.
Do women have
death? Depression,
do you have
anxiety, separation, not from each other, but from other people?
Like, do you have like uncontrollable urges for sex?
I like to.
Like, I have to have you now.
Yeah, I've had that, but the thing is that we can also control ourselves. Like, if the other person's not in the mood, then you have to just, be like, all right. It's not like.
And men are what?
Assholes.
So, okay.
See how Elisa still thinks I'm funny? That's the key.
Are you curious about?
Exactly.
Like, I'm curious. Like, when you're in your 50s.
Yeah.
I've been told that women lose interest in sex in their 50s.
No.
Yes. You're a man, you said. Oh, just in the Shakespeare show.
Women lose interest in sex. I think that they lose interest in sex with you.
Is that true?
But I think that happens in their 20s, actually.
But clinically.
Do you think that women lose interest? I mean, the 40s are amazing. I have to say, the 40s are the best sex I've ever had.
Well, the
and
wars.
some 50s.
The 40s. Yeah,
what do you mean 30s and 40s? I didn't meet you till.
Oh, sorry. I meant just the 40s. Yes. Mostly the 40s. And then you.
Oh, you want her on that?
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, you want me on this mic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Lauren's on vocal probation, so Lauren's not talking. Go ahead.
I think generally speaking, women's hormones change, and that in their 50s, they tend to slow down.
Now, Elisa is my partner, lover, caretaker, home health aide. And she also has a degree. She has a degree in economics from Tufts, and she has a degree in social LCSW from NYU. So you can actually ask her any questions about this kind of stuff, and she'll know the answer.
So
although she is very difficult to live with. Go.
Okay, a woman in her 50s, does she want to have sex?
Yes, she does want to have
she
sex.
does.
What does she need to have sex?
Not you.
What does a woman in her 50s need to have sex?
A wet vagina.
Judy. Lube.
So do I get a hose? Stop.
No,
I'm
they
trying to lift
need
the mic up.
attention. They need someone to speak to them consistently for a minute or two in full sentences. They need a lack of sarcasm. They need.
Really?
Do they need a lack of criticism?
They need a lack of criticism.
A lack of,
They
my God,
need
I
that
would
when
never
they're
do
cutting
that.
the asparagus a certain way, and you don't, and the other one doesn't like it.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I was like, oh, you should cut it on an angle.
Okay,
and
it
don't
was
cut
midnight.
the whole bottom.
We were preparing for dinner at midnight.
It's
Women
when
in their
you have-
50s like to
when-
have sex, earlier in the day. And they don't want to eat
That's
at
not
midnight.
true.
The early bird special.
Right.
Yes.
Why don't there? How come no prostitute has an early bird special for me?
Okay. The other thing that women will not have sex if they're constantly criticized or told they're bad parents. You know.
Can you get a woman into bed by being nice to her?
Yes.
Well, not looking like you. You have to do more.
What do I have to do?
Well, first of all,
what do I have to do?
what is David I wish we had a phone line so we could find out.
Oh, yes. Cool.
Yes.
What do I need to do?
I'm going to allow Lauren to speak now.
Okay.
Only
thank
what
you.
What do you think David needs to do to get a woman in bed?
You need to talk to her, ask her about herself, not expect sex. Let her kind of hint at it, you know, and then don't be a pussy about it. You know, go for it.
Okay, we're done.
And what
Done.
about going for it? When do you go for it?
You go for it when it seems pretty fucking obvious.
Well, when you lean in, she screams,
Don't
Get away from
police,
me.
police.
Yeah.
When
When
she's
she
911.
says 911, give me my
Nah,
phone.
man. Nah.
That's when you take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a common misconception.
What happens when you
actually.
lean in
Mm-hmm.
for the kiss?
Right.
If she doesn't
Cheryl
lean
Sandberg
in
leads
also,
when I'm
then-
talking,
I'm sorry.
you're on VP.
Sorry.
Go.
Suppose a woman says, I just like you as a rapist.
Okay. You know what? My
It has to be
listeners.
consensual, though.
VP.
VP.
Your listeners don't find that funny.
That you're a rapist.
I didn't say that.
Right.
Whoa.
When's the last time you had sex with a woman, David?
The last time I got any tail, women actually had tails.
That's great.
They had prehensile
When's
tails.
the last time?
I was in the trees. We were
That was-
literally
When is the last time?
swinging from the trees.
Okay. Now is Alex?
Okay, I'll tell you.
Okay, go.
All right, the last time I had sex, this is the God's honest truth.
Okay.
Okay? And I swear to God, this
Okay.
is true. Women did not have vaginas, they had penises. At least, that's what I saw. There was
That's
a
what they
woman,
told you.
A woman with a penis.
VP.
So I don't think the vagina had yet been invented yet.
VP? Is that a thing we're doing now?
VP vocal probation.
Not
I'm gonna
only
get shirts
that,
made with VP
Yeah,
written on
VP.
it.
she made me suck on her vagina.
You don't suck on it. You lick it.
No,
not
it
when
had
it's a
this.
penis.
It had
No, it
this.
had a
It had a
penis.
penis, and it squirted milk at me.
Yum.
So
Okay, you know what?
She lactated.
This is not why people listen to
It
my
was
podcast.
part penis, part booby because it was lactating milk.
David, what? What?
Wow, Judy. These
We're not using
podcasts
this
of yours.
podcast
Why?
because I'm going to lose listeners.
Really? Am I being dirty?
You're just disgusting.
How am I disgusting?
So you're going
Do
to.
you
Okay,
think
I want to know.
Do you think
David,
do you think I'm unattractive?
I
No,
think
you're
no.
cute.
I think
People keep telling me I'm a catch, and then when I hold a gun to a woman's head, and she goes, no, 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 no. I go, I thought I was a catch.
when
Aye.
you wake up and think, what happened to me? What's wrong with my career?
Yeah.
Do you get answers immediately?
Yes.
Okay. And your manager is Alex. Is that correct?
Yes.
Alex, you would say you're getting 10 or 15% of nothing is what you're saying.
He's doing great.
Zero.
He says he's getting 0.
So what do you have any other goals or aspirations, Alex? No.
Don't bring him. I can answer for myself.
Now Alex is the one that told you to wear, this is a kill me now moment, to wear a baseball cap
Yes.
over the Christmas holidays when I was
Yes.
headlining at Caroline's.
Yes.
And you decided to, everyone was very nicely dressed.
Right.
And you decided to wear jeans, some sort of sweatshirt,
Yes.
some sort of boots,
Yes.
and an Oakland A's dirty baseball cap.
Yes.
And I said to you, how dare you, dress like this? We're at Caroline's, it's the holidays.
But the audience was laughing.
Actually, they weren't. Anyway,
I thought-
the Oakland A's, and you said to me, my manager Alex said I need to look younger and I
Yeah.
should wear this Oakland A's hat.
Yeah.
Now, how many thousands of dollars have you spent on hair plugs?
A lot.
Like 10?
Maybe.
Does
More?
it hurt?
VP.
VP.
Okay, what? How?
But I feel like
Double digits of the thousands.
I don't like to discuss money.
Too bad.
Let me just put it this way.
Yeah.
It was cheaper than my penis pump. I have a penis pump.
Nice.
That women, when I'm in bed with a woman,
Right, you have to
I have to pump my penis. And
right. Did you have your prostate removed? Mm-hmm. When?
I have body dysmorphia.
Right.
And I always felt that I was fat, and I asked them to remove my prostate so I could lose some weight.
Which part of your brain did they also take out?
The medulla oblongata.
Yes.
And
I love that song.
And the hypothalamus.
I love that.
And the
Hakuna
amygdala.
Matata is one of the best songs in a Broadway show.
They removed my amygdala, so
Right.
I have no fight or flight.
Right.
If I'm in a bad situation.
So, David, it's
Like this.
Dad, how can I boost my energy, lose my belly fat, and ease my stress?
well, I know you don't like to eat vegetables or juice.
I hate vegetables. I hate fruits. I hate blending.
Do you like shopping?
I hate shopping.
Do you like cleaning up?
No, that's the worst.
Right. So, let me tell you something. There's this new thing called Organifi. Okay. It's organic, it's vegan, it's gluten-free, it's dairy-free, it's soy-free, it's free. It's free. It is free.
Can I get it here in this mall that we're hanging out in?
No, you can't get it here at the mall.
Oh,
okay.
well, where can I get it?
Well, you can get it online at www.organifi.com. And if you use the keyword GOLD, GOLD, that's my last name,
Nice.
you're going to get 20% off. So what it is it's like the best tasting greens on the market, and it has ashwagandha in it.
Hey, isn't that special ingredient that helps fight the fat storage hormone called cortisol?
Yes, and I just found out from my doctor that my fat storage hormone is so large that I'm renting out storage space for other people.
Well, they're going to be really upset when you start drinking this
I
Organifi
know.
juice.
I'm going to have to take all their crap out of my fat storage hormone, but
And
I'll
put it
have
in the toilet.
Right, but I'll have increased energy and improved mental focus.
So let me get this straight. www. By the way, they don't say that anymore.
Oh, I know.
Organifi.com. Use code GOLD and I'll get 20% off of this energy boosting.
Yes. You'll have more energy.
And I don't have to eat fruits and vegetables anymore?
No, you don't have to do anything. You can have that crappy hot dog you just ate on St. Mark's Place, you idiot.
I think I'll go get another one then.
Okay, well, now that you have a very low fat storage hormone, why don't you have 5? A typical night.
Yes.
For Dave, you wake up in the morning, you write. I know that you're a very amazing writer. You work with Ralph Nader.
Mm-hmm.
You have your own podcast. You have a podcast or radio show with Ralph.
Mm-hmm.
And what as the day goes on?
Yeah.
What happens? What do you do?
I go to work. I'm a
Where?
Right now?
Yeah.
Working for Marty and Maya on NBC. Maya and Marty.
Who are Maya and Marty?
Maya Rudolph and Marty
Short. And what are you doing for them?
I come into the office and I laugh at other people's jokes and write.
Is this a show they have?
It's premieres May 31st.
And what is the show? Is it an improv show?
It's a variety show.
It's a variety. I love variety shows.
NBC, yes.
And so they're hosting it together.
Yes.
Maya and Marty.
Yes.
And will it be like Carol Burnett show?
Yeah.
Will they have musical guests?
Yeah.
Do they get along?
He hits.
He's a hitter.
He's a hitter. But only women. He only hits women.
Ah.
Wait, of course they get along. Marty Short is
the funniest.
He's the closest we have to God.
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
What is the funniest joke you've written for the Maya Rudolph, Martin Short Variety Hour?
That I cannot tell you.
Why?
Because I haven't written one yet. No, I can't answer that. I can tell you the funniest joke I've ever written.
Okay, what's the funniest joke you've ever written?
The running of the bulls in Pamplona was so bloody, they should call it Tamplona. That's the best joke I've ever written.
That's the best joke.
Tamplona.
Who's
Tamplona.
Tamplona?
It would be Tam. That's so funny.
Thank you.
That is a maxi joke.
That's
maxi joke. That is
maximum
with
coverage.
What with wings? Or
yes, that flies away.
Yeah.
So
wait, this show
so you're
sounds good. What about this? When is this show starting?
We started about a half hour ago.
No, there's
Maya
May 31st.
Yeah, Maya.
Okay.
And so, how many episodes are they doing of the Maya Marty show?
I don't 6 or 7 for the summer, and
then you think they'll pick it up?
I hope so.
How do you feel about how network TV has moved pretty much off the face of the earth?
I don't have a comment.
Do you get paid a lot of money because it's network? Because when you write for cable, they don't pay you really that much, and you don't really get residuals.
I don't know.
Do you think you're one of the worst guests on a podcast?
I would be an honor, man.
Yes.
Can you guys all listen to the first David Feldman episode and then
listen to
compare
this
it to this
crap?
one?
It is my privilege.
Now
It'll be like a game.
So,
I will answer any question you want about my
that's what you
career
said
or my
last
love
time.
life. Anything you want to know.
okay, they're both boring, the career and the love life. So, all right, so you finish working, and how late do you stay at Marty and Mia?
It's Morty,
Maya.
Morty and Mia.
Morty Short?
Morty Gunty and Mia Farrow.
Right. So how long do you stay at Marty?
Do you know remember Morty Gunty?
Yes, I do. Okay, but no one else does.
No.
Elisa
Mia
doesn't.
Farrow, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to the Marty and Maya show.
Mm-hmm. Maya and Marty.
And then you finish at what time?
Depending on usually between 6 and 10 o'clock at night.
And then what time do you get there? 10?
I'm supposed to be there at 10. I have issues.
With being on time?
Yeah.
So what time do you get there?
You know.
Noon? Noon?
No.
11.
I aim for 10:15.
Now, is that a passive-aggressive, you don't own me sort of, I'm not going to be really late, I'm just going to be a teeny bit late to show you, fuck you, you don't tell me what to do. Is that what that is?
I don't know what that's about. I don't
But
know.
it's usually within a 15-minute.
I mean, I like to be on time, but, we work late, so.
You're like, you can't have my whole life.
No, it's just like nobody's really looking at the clock.
Now, do you pay Alex a percentage
They don't tell you
of
about
your income on the Maya and Marty show?
I pay him a percentage of the net.
Alex, do you get any money? Shit, you don't pay him. Now, this is a guy who you have nothing. No one likes you. You have no manager. You have no agent.
No wife.
No wife.
No kids.
No kid. Everyone in your life
Hates
has
me.
deserted you.
It's gotten
Except
so bad.
for your mother.
I was just going to say, it's gotten so bad, I've actually had to make peace with my mother.
Right. So now you have your mother and
my
Alex.
shrink.
And
my
Alex. At your shrink and
my
Alex.
God. And my God.
Wow.
And you have Alex.
And my God.
Alex!
And my God.
Who took you under his wing
Yes.
and said, you know what, I'm going to devote my career, my time to making David Feldman successful, and yet you will not pay him a percentage of your meager income.
Have you ever gotten a divorce?
Yes, I have.
Do you know how expensive that is?
I do, yes. I've actually lost pretty much everything I've had in a divorce. Go.
Oh, this was a great Kill Me Now. Should we talk
And
about
do you have to pay alimony?
I don't have to pay alimony. I should be paid alimony, but since gay people were not didn't have the right to marry properly, we weren't properly divorced.
Right. And why as somebody who's going through a divorce?
Right.
Let's move on.
Okay, so do you think?
Yes.
Now, have you been doing stand-up, Mr. Feldman?
Yes, I have.
Where have you been working?
I have been working Bunga's Den. I've been working Solace. QED is my favorite.
Yes,
room.
you like the QED.
Yes,
That's
I do,
in
yeah.
Cambridge, Queens.
Astoria,
Queens.
Astoria.
That's funny.
Because there are a lot of Greeks.
So Astoria.
Yes.
Yeah.
Astoria. They're very large Greek population.
Now,
and
I don't know if you can look
Astoria.
at Elisa looking at you. Now, Elisa is one of the most literal people I've ever met.
Mm-hmm.
And she is looking at you as if everything you say is true and real. And that saddens me.
What have I said what have I said that isn't true?
That believe.
Right.
So
everybody
Astoria,
knows Greek people are asses.
now,
are you looking up Astoria?
No,
I'm
Astoria
looking up
has
an
a huge
ad.
Greek population. I know that. One of my friends is Greek.
Irene.
and- well, she used to live in us.
It has one of the
Astoria.
out of Athens. Astoria has the largest Greek population.
Yes.
right.
Greeks don't live in Greece. Do you know why?
Why?
Very pebbly. That's one of the reasons they colonized as much as they did around the Mediterranean, because they didn't have arable land.
They should have gotten better shoes.
Thank you. Thank you,
Well, that's-
David.
if you understand-
they had Merrills,
What are Merrills?
they're very comfortable, David. I got a pair of Merrills, and they're very soft, and they have those Kibos now, or whatever they're called, with the very big heel, Kivo or Cabo, or...
Can you get them in
You can buy them at Astoria. So, David...
I think this is going well.
Yeah, since you're busy with the Maya Marty show,
Yes.
what have you had to give up in your life?
Nothing. I already gave up everything.
Right. Now,
I'm not
do
married.
You,
My
okay,
kids
so
aren't talking
what is
to
your
me.
title on the Maya and...
Why aren't your
Maya
kids
Marty.
talking to you?
Writer.
Now,
Right.
Elisa is a therapist and has a question, but I do have one question before you ask that. Are there any women... How old? You're in your 50s.
Yes.
Are there any women in their 50s who are writers on the Maya Marty show?
Yes.
Who?
Me.
Are there any females on the writing staff
Yes.
over the age of 50?
That would never happen.
Well, they do have, but they have female writers, and they're very talented.
Okay,
And they're cute.
how old are they?
I don't.
Are they under 40?
I don't know. I don't.
If you had to guess.
I would not venture a guess. I would never attempt to predict a woman's age.
But
for you.
you're very...
I can tell you what they weigh.
But you're very...
That I asked.
Oh, I just unplugged my fucking...
Oh.
Hold on.
The David Feldman Show
Watch the
on
coffee, Judy.
iTunes. Go.
Judy, watch the coffee.
Shut up. I did it, Alex. Don't worry. So you're saying that...
Judy, Maya Rudolph is in her early, late 20s, early 30s?
She's not in her 30s.
What
You know
does
who
it
her mother
matter?
was?
What does it matter?
Minnie Ripperton.
Okay, how old is she?
Talk about it.
She's
High
okay.
notes. Talk
Maya-
about starting.
Maya
Talk about high
Rudolph.
notes.
You
know what'll make you look younger?
She was born in 1972. She's 43 years old.
So what?
Okay.
Okay.
So?
And you're 50. What are you? 60 almost.
I'm 72.
Okay. The thing is that you will get. If I went in and said I'd like to write, I mean, do you see an ageism with female writers?
Do I see ageism?
Right.
The question is, should be rephrased, do I care about ageism for female writers? That's the important question.
That's a good point, David.
So the question,
Judy, you're asking the wrong person. A very important question.
and you're on your phone.
Because I got an alert from Chase because my son has an account and I get these low balance alerts.
Right. And what is the joy of being a parent again? I forgot. Remind me why we are happy to bring life into this world.
I enjoy our children.
Is this a dream?
What were you going to say,
Nothing.
Elisa?
Okay, so your question about is there ageism in Hollywood?
It's a lot
No,
of
I'm
jizz.
saying women.
Yeah.
See, when I was...
But that's going to change once Hillary becomes president.
Right. That's what you think. Now,
I think once Hillary becomes president, then women...
that's... Because that's what happened to black people when Barack Obama...
I think the danger... You're going to vote for Hillary. I think you're going to run into a danger of the police starting to shoot unarmed women. Because that's what happened with Obama.
Now, what recently, and then Elisa will get to your question if you
So
stop
if that's
thinking
what
you're
you
bigger.
want... If that's
about
what you,
why his kids don't talk to him. Go ahead.
Well, we weren't talking about his divorce, but I was curious as to why his kids don't talk to him.
She's a therapist. Go.
Are you a therapist?
Yes.
Well, I cannot think of any better way to bring my children back into the fold than by discussing our
Right,
alienation.
why they won't talk to him on this podcast?
Because
all right,
It's a safe space.
all right, this is I made
safe space.
a lot of times
No one's listening, believe me.
I told my daughter she was fat and stupid, and I accused my son of being gay over and over again. And for some reason, they don't talk to me.
That
Tell
is
me-
ridiculous.
What did I do wrong?
That is so
I know.
ridiculous.
Isn't that terrible?
See, when I hear shit like that, that's when I get pissed.
Yeah.
You know?
But men have no rights.
I bet you have great kids. Have
I-
you met his kids, Judy?
Yes, I have.
After-
he used to
I bet
invite
they're
me
great.
over to scream at them.
She would scream at my kids. I have a very vivid.
That's funny.
I have
in
a-
that fucking living room in that
Park La Brea.
Yeah, Park
I have
La
a
Brea.
very vivid memory. And I'm actually, in all seriousness, this must have been 94. My daughter was 4 and my son was like a year and a half. And I would put Judy on the phone to scream at them. And their eyes, they would go from confusion to delight that somebody could scream at them as a joke. As opposed to when I did it.
When you
Right.
did, and you were saying you're fat,
You're fat.
you're
And
ugly,
you're
you're gay.
I would, this
The
is
truth
what,
hurts.
Let me ask you.
My
if-
wife would breastfeed my daughter when she was like 6 months old. I
Right.
go, that's enough. She's getting fat. That's enough.
And you wonder why. If one of your
sinks in.
children, one of your children turned out to be gay,
Yes.
what would your reaction be?
Bon voyage.
Alex,
Well, I'm a Christian.
this is you wasted.
I'm a devout fundamentalist.
Alex, where did you go to college?
Praise be to God.
You went to George Washington in D.C. and then the Berklee College of Music, and you are managing.
Wait a
David
second. You're asking me if
Feldman.
I had a gay son, Judy
Yeah.
Gold.
or lesbian
Let
daughter.
me go. Okay, so
Oh, all right.
you're saying
Can you lower that a little
if
bit?
I had a gay son,
Yes,
that
yeah.
would mean two things.
Yeah.
That my wife was
Yes.
overbearing and
Right.
that I was not a masculine role model.
Exactly.
That could be the only reason.
That's the only reason kids do
Read the physician's
Yes.
desk reference.
That's what
It's-
ex-gay
Yeah.
therapy is good for.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I was not, so that it would be a
Absolutely.
reflection of my parenting.
Yes.
If my child decided at the age of
Now,
14
David, I have a
to
question.
spend time with his wrestling
How
coach.
did you happen? Okay, don't do your laugh at him. How did you happen?
We had a wrestling coach. That's when I knew.
Yeah.
I had a wrestling coach who went into
Denny?
politics.
Denny
Hastert.
Hastert,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good guy.
Okay.
Oh, he's
He
a great
set
guy,
my kids.
Danny.
He set my son straight. He and Jerry Sandusky, real men. I wish I.
Now,
Yes. So that's what I.
okay. If you didn't happen upon, how'd you get the job at Maya and Marty?
I can cure homosexuality.
How?
I go to
Well,
men.
actually, you actually made me a homosexual.
Well, gay men. What I do with gay men.
Right.
And I don't believe in praying away the
do
gay.
you realize that your shirt's on inside out?
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, speaking of Inside Out, that Kevin Kline movie where he thought he was gay. And what I do is I go to the men's room every night at the Port Authority, and I hang out. And I've isolated. It's not the gay gene; it's the gay seed. There's sperm inside of every man.
Right.
And if you remove that gay sperm from them, and I do it with my hands.
Right.
Once that gay sperm is gone from their penis,
Yes.
they no longer have the urges to have gay sex. So what I do is I hang out in men's rooms.
And you.
I
And
think it's
take,
because you wear your clothes
VP.
on backwards and
So-
they crumble.
I remove their gay sperm and give them a Bible.
That's great. David, how did you get the job
Here-
with Marty and Maya Rudolph? Did you have to submit a writing sample? Are you friends with Marty?
A stool sample. That's true.
What kind of stool? Like one of those ones that goes up and down, or
Well, mine goes
swivel?
up and down if it's being pushed on.
Ah, I see, like a turtle.
So you gave them a stool sample and a
Yes.
urine sample and any sort of writing sample.
A writing sample? What does
Yeah.
that mean?
You know that usually when you are going for a writing job, they want a writing sample.
I don't write.
So what are you doing on the show? You've said they've picked none of your jokes. What do you do when you get to work?
I compliment.
Because people want to know what it's like.
I compliment. I go from office to office.
Do you have your own office?
I share an office
With?
a woman.
Really? How old is she?
I can only tell you how much she weighs. I don't ask women how old
Can you tell us her name?
I don't believe it's my business.
Okay.
To know a woman's name.
Okay.
Unless I'm screaming it at the height of orgasm.
Right. When's the last time you had an orgasm not using your own appendages?
What? What was the question?
When's the last time you had an orgasm not using your own appendages?
This morning when I rubbed applesauce on it and my
I
cat...
said you can't rub. You can't use your hands.
No, I orgasmed when the cat was licking the applesauce.
Yeah, but you put the applesauce on there with your hands.
No, I
You
dipped it. I dipped it in the mozz.
You dipped it in the...
Sometimes I put horseradish on it.
How many listeners do you think I'm going to lose from this particular...
I am the greatest guest you've ever had. I've answered every question you wanted to know.
Elisa, do you have any questions for Dr. David Feldman?
I've answered every...
Now, when does this job end? When
I would
does
like Judy to have a job like that because it's good hours.
Right.
10 to 6.
Right. And I would go crazy in an office.
Do you like working in an office?
I don't. I did a lot of producing and writing. I like, having a place to go. I don't like
committees.
I don't like...
You don't like groupthink.
Bureaucracy.
You don't like groupthink.
Bureaucracy. I don't like, okay, this is the way it's done. You have to do it this way. I like creative. I like...
But in order to make... But the progress of man...
Right.
Not stand-up, but the progress of man...
Right.
Or women...
Right.
Has always been through a well-oiled bureaucracy where
Right.
everybody has a part to play for something bigger than they are.
And that's great for you.
Well, she likes the creative part. That's where she fits into the bureaucracy. She's one of the...
But are you
if
willing...
I could go and sit in a place, it had windows, no one was like, and I could just do my work. And then if I wanted to venture out and talk to people and, I could.
Right.
I wouldn't mind that.
But, the way America works, it's very militaristic.
Right.
We all move as one.
Right.
We're all part. We have to take Omaha Beach.
Right.
And you got to keep your head down.
Mm-hmm.
Got to worry about the guy in front of you, the guy behind you.
Right.
And we all have one mission, to
What?
get jokes into the script.
Right. And you've gotten none in.
But I've killed Hitler.
And how long?
It's D-Day.
How
It's
long
D-Day.
have you?
It's D-Day.
How long does this job go? How many months?
We're invading Normandy May 31st, and we should be in Berlin by July.
Now, Marty Short.
Yes.
Is
why are you on your phone?
66 years old.
Yes.
And
is he? I don't know.
Yeah, he's born in 1950.
So what?
I'm going to say he's 66.
What does that matter?
And Maya Rudolph is 43.
Flip it.
And
flip it.
If Maya Rudolph
we're
66,
yeah.
and Martin Short was 43.
Yeah.
Do you think Maya Rudolph would be on that show?
And the question should be, do I care? That's the question.
Now, your wife hates you and your daughter hates you. And have you ever thought, I wonder why they hate me?
I think women in general
should
be angry at men.
Right.
I do.
What do you think of lesbians like me and Elisa?
I think...
when you look at Elisa, do you think, God, she would be really great person to date?
Yes.
I know. And every guy thinks that. And
they don't.
Yes, they do. And I think that's great. And I'm happy for her that she gets the attention from the men. If I get attention from a fucking clerk in a information desk at a mall, she has a fucking fit.
Do you get jealous?
It's beyond.
I have a little bit of jealousy.
I could go downstairs to the concierge and say, my key doesn't work.
Just a little bit.
Can you give me a new key?
To put in my hole.
And she will have, oh, you having fun with the concierge getting a new key? I mean, it is.
All right, so
all
right, as a therapist, let me ask you.
It's beyond.
It's deep-seated.
What do you think of?
Deep-seated.
Like,
I'm working
could you
on it.
put up with that? Could you put up with that?
Do you believe
It's at the point where, like, people will send me a text, a Facebook or a Twitter or something, and she'll call and say, who's Jill Smith? And I'll be like, I don't know.
Can you?
Well, she She gave a thumbs up on your thing.
Can you possess?
Judy, that was 4 years ago.
No, that's not. Elisa.
We're on year 10 now.
Right.
Elisa.
And you are
Yes.
still jealous.
Can you possess a human being? Can love?
You can try.
Does love mean you possess
No, it doesn't.
another
That's true.
human being? I'm asking.
No, it doesn't.
What
The fact that
You
she
can't possess
is that
another
a human
being.
need? Is it a human need to possess another human being?
No, it's not a human need. It's a human frailty.
would you like
so
to make out with Elisa right now?
slavery was a human frailty, you're saying, as opposed to basically genocidal, holocaustal, white bigotry.
Yes.
David, would you like
You're a racist. You know that you're a racist.
would you like to kiss Elisa on the
he's
lips?
getting off right now.
Would you like to kiss her?
Would you let me?
Yeah, I have no jealousy. I have no jealousy whatsoever, except that she is in love with her family more than me. And I'm jealous that she has parents.
We're making real
'Cause I don't
If
have-
I were having sex with Elisa,
Right.
in all honesty,
She's very, very good at that. And she has a great ass.
Thanks, Judy.
And really good boobs. Yeah.
Could I have sex with you, Judy?
No, I will not be intimate with you.
Do you think?
Physically.
I don't think
I
it would
think-
be any intimacy there.
No, I would be laughing, and I would just be like,
You'd get pissed in the middle.
I can't know that about you. I can't.
What's
know.
to know?
Just the face that you make when you come. I
You
don't
wouldn't
even
see.
want.
You wouldn't
I don't
see
want to
it.
know that. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't see. There'd be a pillow over your head. And you wouldn't see my face. You wouldn't hear anything. You wouldn't hear anything over your
Oh,
screams.
just the thought of it.
What
I can't.
would be disgusting about my having sex with you? Seriously, I would be on top of you,
Oh, gross.
and I'd be kissing you,
Oh!
and then I'd be.
Oh my God, I'm gonna vomit.
And then I'd be whispering into your ear.
Oh, what would you say? Hitler was right.
I have to
Hitler
pee.
was right.
I have to
Hitler
pee.
was right.
I have
Yeah.
to pee, but I have an erection, so maybe I can go.
Oh, and then I'd be so wet from that.
But don't you think if you had to, you could have sex with me?
No.
Like,
No. Elisa, do you think I could have sex with David Feldman?
like
No,
if she didn't have
absolutely
a choice.
not.
Judy would be like, "Get off me! Let's go eat something."
What? Suppose I was your. Suppose you
Let's smoke a
could you
bowl.
dress me up
As what?
to make me delectable to you?
There's nothing that can be done to make you delectable. Nothing.
Suppose I said to you, I'll wear panties and a dress.
No.
I'll tape
No.
it down.
No.
I'll wear lipstick.
No.
I've already tried this,
No.
David. Doesn't
No.
work.
No.
There's nothing.
No. You are no.
Is there any man?
No. Oh, yeah, there's probably a man.
But does it have
Who
to be
do you
effeminate?
think? He has to be hairless.
What about the
He doesn't have to be
the Danish
effeminate.
girl?
You know what? We should watch the Danish Girl tonight. Because we have it and we never watched it.
And how many times did we say?
Did
we
you
were gonna
watch it?
No, I didn't watch it.
Did you?
No,
I
I
saw-
Didn't watch
Did you watch it?
I
She
didn't
wa-
watch it.
What
No,
did you
I
just
didn't
watch
watch it.
without me? With Irene from Unbroken.
Unbroken.
Now, do you think it's right, David?
I saw the Danish guy.
yeah.
The
That's-
Danish girl.
The Danish guy starring Chris Christie. It's just him eating. I'm not done with the
Danish.
joke yet. Hang on, everybody.
Yes.
I'm
And
getting to the
finish.
joke.
Eating
ahead.
himself.
Yes, Danish guy.
It's
Oh, is it cheese or is it?
it's a Danish.
Let me ask you a question.
Is it
Mary
him?
Pat Christie.
Is being beaten to death slowly every day. He punches her in the head
know.
Do
once,
you think- I
once,
know.
and
I
one day
agree.
she's going
Do
to wake
you
up like
think
Muhammad Ali.
Mary Pat Christie has blown Chris Christie.
Just like you would a raft. That's
Now, her facial expressions.
yes.
Stronger than the storm.
How do you feel about her?
Mary Pat.
Yeah, Mary Pat Christie and her facial expressions.
I think she's a victim of abuse.
Okay.
And I think those children are victims of abuse.
Definitely.
If that's the way he talks to teachers,
Right.
and people,
And constituents who are like, listen,
Constituents.
hey, Chris, I was just wondering. I have no hot water. I have no electricity. I'm living in a box on the street. You guys promised that I would actually have a house after this hurricane. Is there anything? Fuck you! I mean, really.
This Tuesday, we're going to find out whether he's one of the indicted co-conspirators.
No, it's Friday at noon.
No.
They moved it?
They moved it. You know why?
Why?
Because he applied, he became a John Doe and pled to the judge to wait until Tuesday.
John
Doe.
Doey.
He became a John Doey, and he filed some case
John
that
Danish.
it's delayed until Tuesday.
Now Trump.
He said it's going to irreparably hurt the person. He won't come out and say it was him, but we're going to find out Tuesday who it is.
said it's going to
The case was pled to the judge to delay Friday's announcement to Tuesday.
Why to Tuesday?
Because they said on Friday, for some reason, it was going to cause the person all this undue harm. Rachel talked about it on her show.
Okay, but will we know
whether Chris Christie is going to be indicted?
Yes.
Now,
do you think he'll be indicted?
Yes.
Really?
I
David?
do.
Do you think he'll be indicted?
I do.
No, I don't.
I don't
really.
Either.
But I want to know why Trump is hiring him to lead his transition team. Why does Trump? Why is Trump transitioning into a woman? That's
because he loves women so much.
That he's
he wants to
transitioning?
be a woman. He's transitioning. Lauren, do you speak?
I speak trans. Yeah, I'm transformer.
So, let me ask you a question.
Yes,
David.
I'll answer any question.
You don't. So, why, Elisa? Why do you think Chris Christie is going to be indicted?
Because I think that he knew what happened with Bridgegate. I think his secretary.
So what?
Shut up, David.
No, seriously. What was the worst that happened?
I don't
Somebody
know. The
died.
fucking woman
Somebody
died because
died
the
and they
ambulance
couldn't-
couldn't come.
But, okay.
Kids miss school. People.
All right. Now
Chain reaction, butterfly effect. Lots of people may have died.
Okay, so and then so I suppose the invasion of Iraq was a mistake.
But did you know that the
was
woman
the invasion
who died?
of Iraq a mistake?
The woman who died was elderly, so of course they're like, well,
Right.
She doesn't matter that
some
much.
people have to die to make a point.
right.
He made a point.
If you could kill anyone right now,
Baby Hitler. I'd go back in time and kill Baby Hitler.
if you had to do it,
or instead of killing Baby Hitler, maybe I could tell the Jews to lower their voices. I think that would prevent the Holocaust more than killing Baby Hitler. Telling the Jews.
I
I
don't think that Anne Frank's family spoke very loud.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen your act.
That's my mother in the Anne Frank house. But I'm
Right.
just saying that they're the people in the attic. I don't think they spoke that loud.
Probably not. They probably tried not to move or breathe.
Or my friend Leslie's family, who was in an attic, who was in a barn, and her mother wore the same clothes for 2 years, and they all were in a barn, and the only light they got were through the slats of the wood.
And why in Pennsylvania? Why were they in a barn in Pennsylvania during World War II?
Because they wanted, they enjoy the Dutch.
I think it was Roosevelt rounding up the Amish.
The Amish. I was trying to think of Amish, but unfortunately, I'm so fucking tired because I'm in Shakespeare rehearsals.
Which is a complete waste of time.
They were probably Mennonite. Let's be honest.
That's my
Okay.
favorite deodorant.
Yeah, Mennonite. I like that.
Why are you doing Shakespeare? It's a dead language. Taming of the Shrew is sexist.
It's all female Taming of the Shrew.
Well, but
and we're making a point.
Also, Shakespeare was a woman, but I'll do another one-person show about that later. Stay tuned, folks. I've got some dates coming up for you, Judy, if you want to talk about
That's
that.
great, Lauren. That was a really good way to end that conversation.
And-
Lauren,
This will never end.
Okay, so are we? I just want to say, are we
Anne-
going to be? Are we going to be also playing part of the podcast I
No.
did with?
Just give
And
it a
then you
little
can see what I walked into.
backstory.
But Lauren, we have some ads we have to do.
You sell advertising?
Yes. Well, we're on the CBS network, and they actually have a marketing team, and
Wow.
we get sponsors, and I think we get like 72 cents per ad. Correct?
Yeah, but we
We're
really
going to
love the
lose that
sponsors.
after this
I
this
know.
airs. So
Was
I
this-
would not air this one.
Really?
Permission to
No,
speak.
it was fun.
All right, go.
How dirty was I?
No, you're very handsome.
Just
Go.
dirty enough.
I want
I-
to
do you
watch.
think I'm
I want
handsome?
you and Elisa, and I will watch in the corner.
Anyway, so bedface.com. I just got some
So
sheets
what-
from them.
I got the sheets.
Me too.
What color did you get?
They're like a cream.
Fuck! I got blue.
Cream
I want to
orange.
switch. Oh no, orange.
What's
I don't
bed
want.
face?
It's Bedface is
Good
these
question.
linen. They're linen, aren't they?
Yeah, it's this really nice material. It's sheets that kind of like keep you warm and cool. It's made with
Yeah,
a
it's-
linen-y type of material.
Yes.
It feels like a natural material.
Are there
but
any
right.
sheets?
It's
that have
really soft though.
They're
it's like
very
silk.
good for the followers of Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Except you have to get them in white. The
You're
bed.
talking about Orthodox Jews who make love through a hole? In the
No, I'm
sheets?
talking about the KKK. Go
And
ahead.
they're super affordable because you get them from the source. So if you use code
They're
Judy
very.
Gold,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Judy Gold at bedface.com. Use code Judy Gold and you'll get 20% off the sheets, and you can try them for 100 days and send them back if you don't like them after 100 days.
And they're really good material. And wait,
They
Elisa,
smell so good. Dude.
You can
Elisa.
try sheets for 100
Yes,
days and
yes.
still return them?
That's
And
what
they'll-
I'm saying.
Elisa, what's the one thing I don't really skimp on?
Bedding.
Right, bedding. My mother never skimped on like any sort of linen or pillow because you spent a lot of time there.
That's true. I dated Mary Shivo.
Right.
To me, the whole thing was about the bed.
You know what? You really should have had bed face sheets
That's
on
so
those.
funny because
She and I mean, this woman, all she wanted to do was sleep. I think she was
know.
depressed. She never got out of bed. And
Karen Ann Quinlan used
Yeah.
these sheets
really,
for a very long time and swore by them.
You're disgusting.
I know.
Okay.
These sheets are amazing. And
by the
they're-
way, I just want to point out, speaking of bedding,
Hey, you know what? They're actually great for Father's Day. Sorry to interrupt you, but Father's Day is coming up. Don't forget, you got your mom a card. Don't make Dad feel like shit.
I don't have a father anymore,
And
my
I don't-
kids
and
and
my
my kids
kids-
don't have a father.
and my kids will not be sending me a Father's
But
Day
it
gift.
is, you know what?
Awkward.
I think bedding is a really good gift for Father's Day because
agree.
no one
They don't want to
it's
tie
like-
again.
But it's also like it's useful. You're going to use them, and they're great. They're real. I'm not kidding. They're really good sheets.
And they really do smell good.
All right.
I just wanna point
unlike
out-
my co-host, what?
I just want to point out how fitting. Speaking,
Oh my God!
how fitting, how
Yeah.
fitting it is that our most homophobic Supreme Court Justice, Antonin Scalia, died biting a pillow.
Is that true?
He was biting the pillow.
He had a pillow over his face.
Well,
He did. Mm-hmm. All right, we're getting off in 5. He had a
That's-
pillow over his face.
Yes.
Who put it there?
Well, that's the question. I think God.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
they said.
Okay. What's our next ad?
I wanted to actually mention a couple things coming up. You've got The Taming of the Shrew opening on May 24th.
Well, that's the first preview. And the interesting thing is it opens on June 13th officially, but it closes on June 26th. This is a very limited run in Central Park.
But you can still get tickets for the preview, right? If you go and
Oh,
wait in
yeah.
line.
You can wait in line, and they told us a trick that if they're forecasting bad weather. And, they often forecast a little rain or this or that. A lot of the corporate sponsors don't show up. So if you go at like 7, when there's forecasting of bad weather, you could get like really good seats.
Nice.
I'm doing Taming of the Chew in the Brambles.
Right.
That's
It's
great.
called Maya and Marty's show, and that's on May 31st, right?
You know what
That
the
sets off.
Brambles are?
No, I
In
don't.
Central Park?
Yes, I do.
What are the Brambles?
Oh, yeah,
That's where they have gay sex.
Yeah, it's where you
Oh,
go
yeah,
to
yeah.
Taming of the Chew.
Right.
And if
and
they,
I'm doing...
if they forecast foreskin, then you're going to get
That's funny. Then that's at the Taming of the Jew, actually, the foreskin.
How are you liking that Third Love bra, by the way? Speaking
Okay,
of
I want to
sponsors.
say something
By the way,
about
in the
third-
Brambles, I will be doing Long Day's Journey into Ted in the Brambles.
Okay. I want to third
Talk
love.
about the
Wait,
squir-
I have to talk about this.
Talk about the squirrels with the nuts. Have you been to the Brambles?
I apologize to all our listeners. I apologize.
How do you know what the Brambles are?
She's gay.
But she knows everything.
How do you know what the brambles are?
I accidentally
She knows
stumbled
all
into
this.
a man's penis.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
that's great.
That's how it always
so
happens.
the third, all right, guys.
I cure men
shut
at the
up!
bramble. I go to the brambles to cure homosexuality.
Okay, I have to go. The Third Love bra. Okay, so
The what?
Third Love bra, and I just want to tell you this.
What's Third Love bra?
I am telling you about Third Love bra. This bra is so comfortable. Are you ready?
Chris Christie wears it.
No, I have never done this
He
before.
wishes.
This is the best ad. Third Love bra is so good. The Public Theater asked me, and they will spend thousands of dollars. You know, they buy you the best. They said, "What kind of bra do you want to wear?" And I said, Third Love bra. Now, I have very expensive bras that Elisa will attest to. They're hundreds of dollars. This Third Love bra is so comfortable, and it molds to your tits, and it's like the foam on a Tempur-Pedic. You don't feel sweat like when you get sweaty and your bra.
You can also wear it to sleep.
Why
It's a
don't they make-
24/7 hour
It's an
bra.
amazing bra, and I told the Public Theater that's the kind of bra
Why
I
don't
want
they
to wear
make boobies?
doing Shakespeare.
Why don't they make booby implants instead of a saline solution or silicone?
Hey,
Why
Judy-
don't they, excuse me for 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Why don't they have Tempur-Pedic breast implants?
That's great.
Hey, you're not Judy.
We actually have to do these ads without you and your sarcastic thing. Yeah, go ahead. So can't they get a discount on Third Love bra?
Well, if they go to thirdlove.com/killme, I hope you told your cast that.
Oh yeah, thirdlove.com/killme.
Yeah,
Because my podcast name is Kill Me Now. But they are very good bras.
won't stand
And
out of your shirt, won't stick out, no underwire, nothing like that.
It's so comfortable. It's like you're not wearing a bra.
Are you wearing a cod piece?
Yes.
I'm wearing a bra. No, I'm actually getting.
you're not?
No, we're wearing so there's no boobies.
Shouldn't
right,
women
you're
wear?
Yeah. Then
shouldn't-
today at the fitting, the designer asked if I have ever worn a corset, and I said no, and he said, "Will you?" And I said, "Sure."
Nice.
So I feel like I'm going to be completely flattened out. Next, Third Love.
I made my daughter wear chastity suspenders.
That's great.
How did that work out?
See, she thinks you're funny. She would be perfect for
Here.
you. She'll laugh at your stupid sarcasm. Then when you get really sarcastic, then she'll start getting mad and cry and go, "Why do you have to be so sarcastic all the time?
Yes, that's
Why
what
can't you just act like a normal person?"
This is
but
like
in the
But then
Thanksgiving.
after she has a jealous fit because you went to the clerk at the token booth and said, "My card is bent. Can you replace it?" And she said, "Sure."
I think we need
And
Kathy
then you'll
and Jamie
get screamed
here.
at about.
I have a question.
Why were you talking to the token clerk? Yes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Who's directing Shakespeare?
Phillida Lloyd.
All right, ask Mr. Lloyd. Why,
It's Ms. Lloyd.
Ms. Lloyd.
Yeah, you fucking
Why do women
misogynist.
Why do women not wear cod pieces? I think women should wear cod
Okay,
pieces
next. What's our
it
next
smells
sponsor?
like cod down there.
That's funny.
Ew.
That is funny.
Now, do you like me, Alicia?
Yes.
See, she still
That
thinks
is
it's
so
funny.
funny.
Well,
Yeah.
Third
You
Love
still
likes
think
you
that's
too.
funny?
Yes.
That it smells like cod
No,
down there?
it doesn't smell like cod.
See, she'll turn into her mother and be like, "No, whatever you want. I just want everyone else to be happy." She has all these
You
personalities.
know why I kept going down on this woman?
Why?
For the halibut.
Is that on Blue Apron? All right, good.
That's funny.
It's
That
under
is
the Blue Apron.
Stupidest
That
joke.
is so funny.
I mean, you're gonna be 60.
I know.
60
The halibut.
for the halibut. Okay, go ahead. Stupid. Ow! Go.
Only a woman who's had kids would do that. Ow.
Go.
Try it free for 30
First of
days.
all, all right, sorry, go ahead. Yes, you can try this bra for free for 30 days. And if you don't like it, you can send it back.
Take the tags off, wear it outside. It's legal. It's fine.
It's-
You'll love it. Keep the change. They're going to pay us to pull this ad probably, but I'm still going to buy them for every woman and chesticled man I know.
I'm telling you right now, they are great. Third Love bras are great. And I did ask the Public Theater to buy me Third Love bras.
Gynecomastia is what it's called when men have breasts.
That's great. Next,
thirdlove.com/
kill me. No, it's just thirdlove.com.
kill me. I'll let it
All
the
right,
right one in.
Right.
Now, Greg. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Just wanted to say June 16th, Judy will be at Town Hall.
Okay, so I'll be at Town Hall. It's called LPAC, and it's a
downtown.
bunch of feminist lesbians for Hillary. It's going to be an amazing show. Rosie O'Donnell, Kate Clinton. Who else is on it?
Just Tom's going to be on. Marga Gomez is going to be
Okay.
on. She's
Marga, I know Marga.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Leah Delaria is going to be on.
Oh, Leah's on. She's one of our
Do you know
favorite
that Marga
guests.
Gomez lives in Janis Joplin's home in San Francisco?
No.
Oh.
What? With Janice?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Kate
lives
Clinton
in-
will be there. Karen Williams.
How come I say a joke and no one fucking laughs at it?
Because it was not stupid enough.
And Cameron Esposito. So that's June 16th, Town Hall in Manhattan.
Thank you.
And then
Thank you.
July 7th in Deal Park, New Jersey. So
No,
check
it's
it
not
out.
Deal Park.
What?
It's called Deal, New Jersey.
Oh, Deal.
Deal, New Jersey. That's July 7th. Mm-hmm. And then I'm somewhere else. Let me look on my calendar. But, I'm at Central Park.
Yeah, and you can go to judygold.com/calendar and see these dates.
Yeah, see the dates. They'll all be wrong. I'm in Asbury Park on the 8th of July.
By the way, at the I'll be at Asbury Park.
Is that
I'm
near
also
Astoria?
going to be
Yes.
on a bunch of television shows that I taped.
What?
We'll be
At
posting those.
I will be on this season, as I was last season, of the Jim Gaffigan show.
I
in the
love
new,
Jim Gaffigan.
Yes, I enjoy him a lot. I'm in the new Woody Allen show.
I heard.
Yes,
With Bobby Slayton.
Yeah. No, not with Bobby. I actually am with Woody. But he also did. And I'm Search Party, the new Michael Showalter show. Search Party.
Inside Schumer.
Oh, and I'm on Inside Amy Schumer. Did you see me on that?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, it was really quick.
What was it like?
See, this is what I get. I get
No,
the
it was
backhanded.
good. It was good. It was
you
good.
were on. It was very.
good.
You could have blamed. Was it tiny?
Did you yell at Woody?
It was.
Did you
No.
yell at you?
You'll also be
you
on.
were on standing next to Rachel Feinstein.
Right, but we did a whole bunch. So
Did
they're
you?
on.
I
want to
hear about Woody Allen.
Oh, they're on every episode?
They're on a lot of them. Yeah.
Did you yell at Woody?
I will not. I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Difficult people.
What's the name of the show?
Oh, and I'm on Difficult People. Yeah.
July
What-
12th.
I don't know what the name. It's the Untitled Woody Allen project on Amazon. It's now 11 at night.
Yeah.
But we've had fun,
I have
guys,
to go.
right?
I have. This was impromptu. I'm still mad at Lauren.
Lauren
regarding
Michaels?
You shouldn't
about
be.
the Greg Proops.
Yeah.
This
but
was-
I actually had fun, and I got I haven't seen Elisa in a few days because we decided to have a fight over I don't even remember
Let me
what.
ask you a question. When lesbians fight, do they stay on task, or is it, or do you go all over the place and lose the whole thread of the argument? Can
It's the same argument over and over. It's like any other marriage. It is the same argument, and then there's therapy. And then you decide that night you're going to be great. It lasts about 24 to 36 hours. And then you go back to the same shit. Then you go back to the therapist and tell them the same thing happened.
Okay, and then
And then you pay a lot of money for that.
Is
yeah.
do you
It's a circle of love.
do lesbians
Yes, thank you, Lauren.
have daddy issues, or mommy issues? In other
Well, that's why they're
There's a
lesbian.
lot of... I don't, because they're both dead.
but
So,
are you working out issues with your mother or your father with
no,
Alyssa?
it's Elisa, number one. No, she's actually working them out with me.
Oh, and you
because
don't have
she
any
thinks
issues.
that I am like whatever bad characteristic one of her parents has, she will then pin that on me. Like, you know what? You're just like when my father blank, or when my mother blank. But her mother's perfect. She doesn't do anything wrong. And then, but she also then points out how you know what? You're making me like your mother. Well, she doesn't talk like that because she's from Westchester. So she'll say, you know what? You're turning me into your mother.
Better
And as
vocabulary
you know,
use
I
of
have
Greg.
no
You know
mother
what?
issues.
Your guest that was supposed to be here tonight went to Westchester to help her mother. It sounds like me.
Right.
Would you prefer
Right.
a country
Maybe you guys are sisters.
that where the majority of the people were not heterosexual?
Would I enjoy that?
Yeah. Do you think what percentage of this country
That's what Fire Island's for.
chose to be gay? What
Provincetown.
percentage of this?
Because
country,
this was a choice.
what choice?
Lisa, stop.
What? No,
When
that's
did-
a good question. I like
When
this
did you?
question.
What age did you
What would you-
choose?
I chose.
Finally, he said something that's interesting.
Right. So I chose to be gay.
Yes.
Well, I knew. I knew it. You know, I was choosing since I was born because I was thinking, wait, what's different about me?
Well,
I
you
don't
are the
feel
chosen.
like,
You're the chosen
and I
people.
was a chosen Jew, so I thought, oh, it's because I'm a Jew. But then when adolescence came, I was like, oh, I'd rather be with her than him,
You
I'm going to
chose-
choose to be a minority. Even though I'm already a Jew and a woman, I said, what can make my life even worse? And do stand-up, in the 90s, and talk about how I'm a lesbian with kids. I thought, what is great for my career? And I realized it was that. And so I've done everything right, David.
So would you prefer, we have to wrap it up.
Yes.
Thank you.
Would you prefer a country where the vast majority is not heterosexual?
I would prefer a country where the vast majority of people
We're kind.
I got asked the question.
Welcome to the show, Elisa.
Are well-read,
VP.
are open-minded, are kind, considerate, but it has to have a few assholes for us to have.
Okay.
You
now
know-
your partner Aloysius.
Right.
Am I getting the name right?
Yes.
Yes.
Aloysius said.
Aloysius
Yeah.
Dawn Halpern.
Kind.
Said what she said. Kind. I agree. I'd like a country that's my kind. Is that wrong? That I want everyone.
No, I think everyone should be a white, sick man, almost 60, with hair plugs,
Yes.
whose family hates him,
Yes.
who is fucking miserable.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that would be a fun.
Sounds like heaven to me.
Yeah.
Sounds like heaven
Just
to
put
me.
this podcast on replay.
Yeah, exactly. David, I can't thank you for kind of filling in. Elisa,
You can't
who
thank
said,
me? Why don't you try?
No. Elisa, thank you for being a guest / co-host.
This has really been fun. I'm never coming back.
Can I?
No, I'm kidding.
Plug my podcast?
I don't take it back.
What?
I'm
Can we
kidding.
plug my show?
Yes, you have a podcast, and
course.
it's called "I'm a White Man and I Don't Have a Prostate." What? Yes, the David Feldman
Show.
Show.
Yes.
And where can people get your podcast?
Just Google Greg Proops, and you'll see my name come up because he was my guest, and you don't have him, do you?
Well,
and you arranged that, didn't
Who's
you?
jealous
you fucking
now?
asshole.
Oh boy, cut us off.
the David Feldman
Alex.
show.
The David Feldman lie. Stop with the chewing the cuticles. The David Feldman
That was
show.
not to me this time.
Elisa Halpern, I want to thank you for the 9 years of pure bliss, going on 10. I've never felt worse about myself, and I want to thank you for that.
Where did you guys meet?
Oh, please, we can't go into that right now.
That's for our next David Feldman
That'll
show.
be our next David Feldman. Hennessy, I want to just say,
I'm having a low blood sugar.
I don't know why I believed you that Greg Proops and this was all set up. But it's par for the course of life.
It works out 90% of the time.
So this show would be actually the ultimate. Oh, please open that chocolate chip cookie right by the mic. This show, if I could name a Kill Me Now show, this show is
living in
the
it.
Kill Me Now show. So thank you all for listening. If David Feldman is murdered by the time this airs, I did not do it. So long!
And everything was wonderful. I'll see you soon. Thank you for the visit. So long.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.